What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Highland Brewery for another Formwork Friday, and today we're working with the Forehands. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes, not every time, but sometimes to get the results you want, instead of disking down and trying to throw it harder to get more accuracy, you actually need to throw it a little bit softer. First hole though, let's just throw a couple of pyros at the pin. Let's keep walking and talking. And that whole disc speed stability thing, they all gain their stability when they drop below their threshold. And if you throw them at the same power level, the mid-range is going to stay at the power level, at the threshold level for much longer, thus making it a much straighter flying disc. So I was getting to a point where my drive was the furthest it had ever been. All right, let's try to forehand the pyro around the corner. And then would just hold straight into the trees. Well, that didn't work. Let's go with our 9-speed option. Right now, that's the Omen. Forehand it, try to make it around the corner, goes into the trees, a little bit too straight. That is one of the reasons why I have the disc like the Machete, because you can forehand it the same power, and because of the faster rim speed, it's going to start to dump quicker. So if you need it to get around a corner, like around a corner, throw the Machete instead of the Omen. But if you need a flex land like this, probably still going pyro. But then on the next hole, I think is where we're really going to start to see the differences. I am going to throw all 3 different speed slots, and let's see the difference on where they start to stable out of the throw. So on hole 3, it's from the long pad, it's about 245 feet. So we're going to go pyro first, which I can, and I have reached it with a pyro, but every once in a while, it'll just overcorrect a little bit, and it'll just stay straight all the way to the corner. Then we're gonna throw the 9-speed Omen and then disc up all the way to the 11-speed and watch when they start to move from left to right. When you hit it perfect, it's amazing. A little bit of overcorrection, and that would have just hit that tree that's down there and been short and left. Did you see how that one started to fall from left to right sooner than the pyro did? And this is about the same power level. Now let's try to do the same shot with the Machete, and this one starts to fall very quickly. And with that power level, a little bit too quick for this style hole. So for this style hole, mid-range works a little bit better, and the Omen or that 9-speed slot works a little bit better because it's a little bit further out there before you want it to fade. So with the 11-speed, I'd have to put it on a pretty good amount of Hyzer to push it straight enough. But the backhand turnover holes are where the Machete actually works really well on a forehand. So yet again, we'll go pyro and Machete, but we're gonna actually throw the Captain's Raptor here instead of the Omen, just for a little bit look at a slightly different 9-speed, but basically the same shot. And I have the same qualms with this hole. with that speed slot, same thing with the pyro, it's just a little bit difficult for me to get the pyro mold all the way to the basket reliably. Something about the angle. That's gonna, yep, okay. It catches trees. Now we're gonna go for the captain's raptor. That's good, but do you see how straight that push is before it starts to fade? Now for the machete. It was a grip lock and a terrible throw, but that was fading as soon as it left my hand. You give it a little bit of flex, it's gonna hold straight for a little while and then fade off. But if you want something that's going to immediately be on that Hyzer angle, and you're not that very consistent at throwing a disc on a Hyzer forehand, the machete is one of the best discs I've ever found to do that with. And this is not a selling point on the machete. This is maybe I've been looking at the Firebird slot all completely wrong because it's a 9-speed, and maybe changing the speed of the rim is going to change the place at where it's going to start to fall out of the sky. And the machete, being an 11-speed, does that sooner than either the 5-speed pyro or any of the 9-speed overstable discs. So look at the rim speed. Is it designed to do that? If it's designed to do that, then maybe stop complaining at that and then find the disc that's actually designed to do what you're looking for it to do. So maybe the reason that this specific hole has never really worked for me is because I keep trying to disc down because it's 187 feet and it's downhill. So I throw my Rhino, it goes too straight. I throw my range, it goes too straight. I throw any of my other overstable or stable or understable putt and approach discs. They all go too straight. The mid-range is pushed too far straight. So let's take what we're trying to learn here into consideration and let's throw the machete and see if that, maybe I should have been doing this whole time. Didn't even make it to the gap, but you know, still worked out. I don't know if that reinforces the point I'm trying to prove or not, but basically this. I spent most of my disc golf career, learning how to throw slower discs harder and learning how to throw the laser beam straight shot. And now I'm realizing that I have troubles throwing things to get around corners because I spent so long learning how to throw as straight as possible. So maybe learning the most overstable or the most understable disc and trying to figure out those slots really do make much more of a difference to me, because I've kind of got the middle portion of my bag pretty dialed. Hopefully you guys enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment all of that down below. Please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with these subscriber-only giveaways. And if you want to be automatically entered into monthly giveaways, check out the memberships as well. Until next time, see you out on the course.
Good shot.